Jealousy is a female's trait. And the maid turn a Tina when I'm about my cake. Got the ride for the cars.
What's up, guys? We are back again. Another Finesse in Reality with your boy D. What's going on, y'all? Alright, today we're going to get into it. Survivor, heroes versus hustlers versus healers. We're going to cover episode 2 and 3. I didn't do episode 2 last week. It was boring. So I just figured I'd just put it all together with episode 3 to give this some good content. And yeah, last week was just boring. Just second episode, not much going on. But we're going to cover it. We're going to see what actually happened. So let's get into it. Okay. So after the first episode, we found out that Chrissy did not save whatever the mom's name was that got kicked out episode 1. I don't remember her name. Doesn't really matter. She's gone. Whoop. Bye. See you later. But Chrissy didn't save her even though she could have. And I thought she should have. And a couple people also said she should. But I personally really think she should have saved her. But she has a plan, which I didn't think about. She's a little smart. I like how she thinks. So she has that immunity idol, that super idol, but it doesn't have any powers. So she says, how about I use it as a decoy? I'm like, that makes sense. So if she does like get into trouble or anything, she pull out this idol or, show it off or whatever, let people know, hey, I got an idol. It sort of puts her name down to the bottom of the list. Sort of, that people don't want to put your name out there if they know you have an idol. Unless they trying to draw out that idol. That's the problem. Somebody could easily find out she has an idol and then put her name down so she got to use it. And it's like, okay, we done with that idol. But that idol doesn't even work. So that may backfire on her. What I think she should do, I think she should find it and then give it to somebody else. Like, let somebody else find it. Or even though it doesn't have a message or anything with it, let somebody else have that problem to worry about. Like, set somebody else up. So if I was Christy, I would probably wait around, see who is sort of plotting on me and doesn't have my best interest at heart, which most likely, I ain't gonna lie, I'll probably give it to Alan, because Alan gonna flip out if he has an idol. Like, he's not gonna know what to do with it. He's gonna think he's the top of the world. People already want to get rid of him. That's even more reason to get rid of him. Like I said, I'm rooting for everybody black, but Alan is about almost his time to go. I'm tired of him. The whole tribe's basically already tired of him from the first episode, and he's still causing more problems. And it's just like, dude, somebody just get him out of here. I think Chrissy can set him up pretty nice, and I don't think she will set anybody up. I think she's just gonna hold on to it and just play it safe and just use it as a decoy as if she has immunity. But we'll see how that plays out. Still at the Hustlers tribe, right? Those are my favorite people. I said up from up front. I said I want the Hustlers to do the best because I'm a hustler. Like, they letting me down. Like, just letting me down left and right. But one person on the team that I am starting to like more and more is Allie. She doesn't really talk too much on camera, like in the motion of things, but her diaries and confessionals, they be the best. Like, those be the best ones. She be telling it all, and she keeps it real from you, and I like the way she think. Like, when she gets one-on-one with people, she really, tries to pick their brain and find out what they're about, but in the group setting, she just flows in and falls into the back, which I think is a pretty good strategy. So she has, people one-on-one connections, and so when she's all together, she doesn't really need to force a connection because she's already knowing how this person thinking, she's already knowing how that person's thinking because she talked to them one-on-one. And what I really like about her is she's focused on her own game, and she's trying to figure out, how can I use this person to get me to the end? Or how can I use this person to get me to the end? Which you have to think like that. You have to think about, what does this person bring for you? And not only to your tribe, but for you personally. Like, do they help me get to the end or get to this merge? Or how far do I need them? So I like the way she's thinking right now. One thing I do not like about Allie, though, is she's friends with Patrick and keeps trying to save Patrick. And just, Patrick, oh, don't do this, Patrick. Oh, don't do that, Patrick. It's like, he's a grown man. He need to look out for himself. And you trying to look out for him is just gonna put a target on your back, and I don't want to see a target on her back, because I really want her to go far. Like I really think if her, Ryan, and Devin build a strong three, I think they can go really far and really take over the game and just knock everybody off. They have smarts. They have, like I said, she's thinking outside the box, trying to figure out. Devin's real physical. Ryan, he's totally into the game. He's a super fan. He's really knowing what's going on with the game and what to expect coming up. So I think those three would be a good group of people to work together. Allie just has to let go of Patrick. It's like right now it's just dead weight and it's doing her nothing but hurting her by trying to drag him along with her. All right, so we go to the healers tribe, right? And Joe is joking around with Mike, like making jokes with him, like trying to be all buddy buddy. It's like you was just in my face. You was just calling me out for this and calling me out for that, and now you best friends. Like I don't get it. Like I guess you do have to play the social game. Maybe that's what he's trying to do. If I was Mike, I mean Mike doesn't really seem like a threatening type of person. But if I was Mike, I'd be like side eyeing him all day, like laughing at his jokes or whatever. But definitely side eyeing him. Don't trust Joe. Don't trust him at all. I don't know why anybody would trust Joe. He's just sneaky and just no, I don't trust him. So then Joe's out looking around for the idol. And it's like, you just called out Mike for doing the same thing, and then you gonna do the same thing. It's like, dude, what are you like? You just trying to cause mess and cause drama and just like all this, all that. Like for what? But Joe does end up finding a symbol on a tree that has a little symbol that says 5 feet. Then it has a beach. And he's trying to figure out what it means. He thinks it's the raft because he sees a little square, so he thinks it's a raft. And then Cole's been fishing all day on the raft, so he goes up to Cole like, "Hey, you find anything out there? You know, you got that idol? I see I found something that says there's an idol." And so he goes take Cole to what the tree that he sees, and Cole tells him the clue. I don't get it. I don't know. I would have let him think that it was the raft and told him, okay, well, they're telling you to take the raft out 5 feet here and go look. I'd have let him do that. Let him go look over there. While you really know that the clue is saying, oh, it's the water well, 5 feet from the water well, you dig, and that's where the idol is. So I would have sent Joe. I'm like, okay, this is the part in the beach that they're showing you. Sent him out to go look in the raft. Say, go 5 feet out, go down there and look. Sent him out there while I went to the well and got that idol. Because I don't need Joe with the idol. I don't know why you would even help Joe get the idol. And I don't know if you think he's building a bond with Joe or he's building trust with Joe. Like I said, don't trust Joe. Repeat with me. Don't trust Joe. Okay, so y'all understand? Got that? Okay, good. So they do a lot of jumping back and forth around tribe to tribe this episode. Like I said, it's not really too much going on. So they're just finding little stuff that they can put in to make an episode happen. And so they go over to the Healers tribe, or the Heroes tribe, I'm sorry, Heroes tribe. And Chrissy, who is just about to be voted out, feels like she's on top now. Like she feels like she's just bam, she's the woman, she's just running it. Like she's in the best position. I don't really necessarily agree with that. I think she thinks she's in a better position than what she really is, and I think it's still easy to vote her out as just like the easy target as long as nobody messes up big time in the competition. If they just lose, she's an easy target. Even with Alan blowing up and causing all this mess, he puts in work in those competitions. You see him. He puts in work in those competitions. So I still think she's not as good as she or as high up as she thinks she is and calling all the shots. But her and Ben start talking about they want to align together and who they can take where and who can benefit them. So her and Ben, I think they're just delusional because I see no reason for why Alan, JP, and I think the girl's name is Ashley. why those three are still not on top, just on the threat, like physical threats and social threats. Like I really feel like they are the top people, even though JP and I think their name is Ashley, um, even though they are not communicating as much as they used to since Allen called them out, they still have a connection and they still building and they're still contributing. And JP's out here getting fish and like just being a provider for the tribe outside, so he doesn't have to defend himself. He's a necessity to this tribe, and I don't really see Christy or Ben being a necessity to the tribe. And I just think that they're in their own world, walking around, just not really paying attention to what's going on, but just thinking that, okay, I'm here, I'm in this, we're on top. But I don't think that's the case. So we get to the immunity competition plus a fishing reward. And like I just said, JP been doing a lot of fishing. So if I was him, I would be mad because you gotta think about it. You're trying to make yourself a necessity to fish, or you're a necessity to your tribe, and you have like you're good at fishing. He's constantly catching stuff. Him and Cole from the Healers tribe, they're constantly catching stuff. So if I was them, I'd be side eyeing this fishing gear. Like I don't want my tribe to have fishing gear. I want them to have me. I don't need. They had traps, they had lines, they had all type bait, all type. I don't want my tribe to be able to go throw out a trap in the morning and then come back at night and pick up a trap and there'll be fish or anything in it. I want them to have to need me to go get them food, need me to go find where the fish are and need me to bring it back and need me to gut it and need you. That's what you want. So I don't really think that was a good reward for them to really go after. Like if I was JP, I would have thrown it to so like we get second place. Second place only got like fishing line and something else or something like that. And first place got the whole traps, lines, bait, all types of stuff. So I would have tried to gun for second place. Like we don't need fishing, we don't need all the traps. I want to get the immunity, and so we're safe. And now I have extra line for me to go get fish for y'all. That's just the way I'm thinking though, because like I said, you want to be able to provide. But so the immunity challenge comes, and they have to. Three people have to dive down, untie a bag, and then slide it through a cage and get it to the end. And then once they get all their pieces connected, they have to take it to the other two members of the tribe, and they have to put together a spinning puzzle. It's really pretty cool. It's the names of all the places, not all the places, but some of the places that Survivor has been over the past 35 seasons. And so it has to spin through these little obstacles and be able to spin all the way around without hitting other obstacles. And if it hits the obstacle, you know that you did it wrong, basically. And so going down into the water, I'm thinking, oh, this is an Ozzy competition. Ozzy would have killed it. He would have just got all those bags just all in one motion by himself. Ozzy would have killed this competition. But everybody's not Ozzy. They were struggling. The Hustlers had the biggest lead and then blew it. Like, oh my gosh. Like, what? Like I said, they just been letting me down. Just constantly letting me down. I just want to do better. Just do better, Hustlers. Hustle. How about that? Hustle. So the Healers, they were the last people to get all their puzzle pieces, but then they came back and won the competition. And then Heroes get second place, which if you JP, like I said, that's cool. You got immunity, you don't got all the fishing gear, but you got yourself, and you're here to fight another day. And so the Hustlers, they're on the puzzle. It's Allie and Simone. And so Simone and Allie are just trying to figure out, well, you got Patrick in the back yelling at them, telling them do this, do that. And to me, it seemed more like Allie had control over what was going on in the puzzle. But after they lost, I was sort of intrigued by the fact that Simone came back and like sort of took the responsibility for what happened and like apologized to everybody and was really trying to save herself. And everybody's looking at her like, oh, she's not good at puzzles. But I'm thinking like, I think that was Allie who was doing that puzzle pretty much. Now I don't think that like I said, I like Allie. I don't want her to go, so you can blame it on Simone. I don't care. I'm just thinking about it from the overall perspective of everything. I think Simone took a lot of heat for that she didn't deserve. She wasn't the only one doing the puzzle, but it's the price you pay for when you pick to do the puzzle. Like that's one thing you learn in Survivor. You better be able to do them puzzles if you're gonna be the person doing the puzzle. So Simone knows her time's coming to an end, and that it's just scramble time, get as much out as she can, and try to find some holes here and there so she just save herself. And the best bet is Patrick. Patrick and Lauren been getting into it. Patrick just been doing stupid stuff. Like he's just a little kid. Like Lauren said, like he just need a babysitter. Like he too old. This dude 25. Like he's just doing like what for what? Like playing with crabs and about to bite stick bugs and just like I don't get this dude. Like what? So Simone gets kicked out. Episode 2 gets voted off the island. Boom, bam, gone. Whoop, out of here. It was between her and Patrick, and so I do think they did the best option with getting Simone out, just because she only did nothing. Her top moves were gutting a fish and taking a dump in the ocean. Those were her top 2 game moves. Like, yeah, I guess that's good for her, but nobody else really cares about it. She didn't do too much at all. So, yep, sorry. It was either her or Patrick. I say Patrick stays because if you think about it, Patrick doesn't get along with everybody, but he is a physical person and he can do things. So I do think they're gonna need him in challenges. So for them to win challenges going forward, I feel like getting rid of Simone was the best option, and then that way they can get rid of Patrick any other time because he's already annoying people. So if they merge with people, he's already gonna be annoying people still. But right now you're playing a team game. Until that merge, that final merge where everybody comes together, you're playing a team game and you need to keep your team as strong as possible. And getting rid of Simone is just dead weight, and I have no problems with it. She did her time, and I don't know. See you later. Okay. So going forward, going to the next episode, Simone got voted out. Everybody's coming back together like, okay, we're gonna be a better tribe. We're gonna get it all together. We're gonna come together and be solid and get this job done, and hoorah. We'll see. Alright. So this next episode sort of starts off with Cole and Jessica connecting and bonding and all fishing and doing all this, flirting together. They got some diaries, diary rooms or confessionals. I don't know what they call it on Survivor. With them just flirting with each other and talking about how much they like each other. And Jessica's talking about how she's not romantic like that. She's real slow. It's real cute. Whatever. Until my man Cole, he get to talking about something. I know you safe. You safe though. Don't worry about it. And she like, what you talking about? How you know I'm safe? And he like, I got some information. And I'm like, this dude really finna sell some information and try to get this box? Like, that's what we on Survivor? He trying to do whatever to get up in there. So he tell her that he knows that who has the idol. And he was telling her, like, I know you safe. Like, he can pull the idol out and save her. No, Joe has the idol. Don't trust Joe. And so Joe not finna save her. He not finna waste the idol on her. He not finna waste the idol on you, Cole. So what you talk about, I know you safe. You don't know nothing. You just trying to get in good with her. And so you can slide up in and hey, trying to do all that little nasty stuff. I peep game. I know game. But then Jessica is in her diary like, oh, I'm a virgin. I take it real slow. I was like, oh, word? He don't know? Psh, I wouldn't have gave her that information if he knew that, I bet. Like, I don't know what he was thinking he was doing, but he gave her information that really didn't need to be had at that moment. And that is his problem. He gives people information that they do not need at that moment. He plays his hand, or he shows his hand before it's time to play. He also told the other girls in his tribe about Joe having the idol before they even got to the competition. And he's like, if we lose, we should put Joe's name down. And so he has to play the idol or he goes home. And he goes home with an idol. And it's a good idea. It's a get Joe out. I don't care. But you want to go into the competition as a unit on one page. You can't do that if you're already talking about who's getting kicked out before you even lose the competition. Like the odds are in your favor to win the competition because 2 out of 3 teams get saved. So it's 2 out of 3. Like you have a better chance winning than you do losing. So I don't know why you would go around just trying to figure out who to get out yet. Like it's not that time. Just slow down. Let's see who wins. Let's see who loses. Then you can play that hand. Then you can go around whispering in people's ear and tell them, okay, this is what's going on. This is what's going on. He just played too fast. And I just think that's a common theme for this season. It's just too fast. Like people trying to make too big of a moves and don't really know the game of Survivor, I guess. Like you show your hand gets smacked. It's not you show your hand and I'm gonna look at your hand and watch you lay your hand down. No, your hand gets smacked out of here. Like move. I'm not gonna let you do that. And so Jessica gets upset about him telling the other girls about it, and she's like, he loses power with me. What you didn't have any power either, so I don't know what she was talking about, but oh well. And then back over to Patrick in the Hustlers tribe. He's just looking for the idol, just openly, just in his underwear, walking around the whole forest looking for the idol, telling people, I'm looking for the idol, and just like you're supposed to be a little sneaky about it. Like go get some firewood, go lay down, go disappear and go look for the idol. This man woke up, got up, and started looking in trees, and everybody's just looking at him like, we can see you, you we can see you, yes, but he didn't care. Only person who cared was Allie. She goes up to him, tells him, hey, you need to stop doing that. You're making everybody nervous. Stop trying to save him, bro. Like, let him go. You don't need him. It's other people that you can use that would better to your game. And then it's people like Joe that just probably piss you off in Survivor. This man, they eating food. They eating their dinner. I don't even know what it was. But they eating it. He talk about, oh, it's not cooked all the way. And starts throwing pieces into the woods. It's like, fam, we playing Survivor. You throwing away food? Talk about it's not cooked all the way. You can't be bougie and be out here in Survivor. Like, you better throw it back on the grill a little bit longer. Like, what you talking about? It's not cooked all the way. You throwing it into the woods. He would have some words from them because that's like one of the worst things. It's like that. Can't remember what season it was, but like first couple days, Shorty dumped a whole bag of rice on purpose to piss off the tribe. It's like you don't do that. You don't do that type of stuff. No. And so he's pissing people off and just aggravating people doing that. And he reminds me of Joe Budden. I don't know if y'all know the rapper, podcast personality Joe Budden. He reminds me of Joe Budden because he's super annoying, but he makes for good TV. He makes good content to watch, and that's what Joe does. He just makes it available for you to watch, and he just entertains you, which I guess that's why he's on Survivor. All right, so we get to the immunity challenge, and it's also reward again. They haven't been splitting up the challenges this year. I'm not too sure if it's just me thinking too far ahead in the game where they do separate immunity challenge, separate reward challenges, or if they are just doing the constantly reward and immunity challenge together. But this time, this immunity is big. First place gets 4 chickens, 3 hens, and 1 rooster. Fam, that's enough food to last the rest of the game. It's like, think about that. If you kill one chicken a week, that's 4 weeks worth of chicken. You can have chicken, like you have your meal, your little feast meal once a week for 4 weeks, and then the chicken's also gonna lay eggs because they're live chickens, and so they're gonna lay eggs. That's even more food, and then you got 3 hens and a rooster. Like it's a lot of food, and that's a big prize. That could feed, like I said, feed you for the rest of the game. So that's a big prize. Second place, they only get a dozen eggs, but still, a dozen eggs is better than no eggs. So take what you can get and keep it moving. This competition wasn't too exciting either. They had to go through a little obstacle course, jump up on a net slide thing, and pull everybody up. And then they had to get to the blocks. They were on a ledge, and they had to throw beanbags at the ledge to knock off these blocks. Everybody's pretty much even getting to the last stage, or the last stage is actually building. So getting to the knocking off the bags or knocking off the blocks, everybody's pretty much even. And the heroes and the healers start pulling away a little bit. And Patrick, for the hustlers, he's the only one sitting there throwing something at the bricks. And they're like, Patrick, switch. Patrick, switch. And he's just ignoring them. Doesn't care what they're talking about. And they like, Patrick, Patrick. And this man just huffs it up. And he just like throwing lower and lower, getting tired. The other team, they already moving on to the final stage where they have to build the blocks and just stack them on top of each other. And they're just like, hustlers just keep asking Patrick, Patrick, switch. He's just not saying anything to them, not even looking back at him. He finally knocks off the last block. By the time he knocks off the last block, both other tribes are probably about halfway, if not more, than done. And the heroes, they thought they were done. They, boom, ran back to the mat. They were missing a block. First of all, Jeff said, before you could start building, you have to have all your blocks together. So I was thinking they were going to get disqualified because they didn't technically follow the rules, which was have all your blocks and then build. One of the blocks was still left at the other stage where they had to knock it down. So they didn't get punished or anything for that, but they did end up only getting second place because when they finally found the block that was missing, the healers had already won and came back and got that first place and got those 4 chickens, 3 hens, and 1 rooster. The healers, they put their last block on, they jump back on their mat, boom, they win. Immunity, it sucks to suck for the hustlers. Another tribal council. And it's just like, Lauren's just fed up. She's just over Patrick. And I don't blame her. I've been over him too. And I rock with Lauren though, cause she's not with none of the BS, and she gonna keep it real with you. And they over here calling him, talking about some, oh, it's okay, you gave your best, you did it, that's all we can ask for. And then I'm like, Lauren's like, no, it's not okay. We lost. One of us has to go home, and it needs to be him because he lost for us. And it makes sense. Like, she's like, I'd rather lose as a team than one person to try to take over and they lose for us. So I'm definitely on Lauren's side, and I rock with her the long way because she keeps it real. Just like, she doesn't fit into the group, but it doesn't matter. She gonna speak her mind, and you gonna know exactly what she feeling. And so Pat was like, in one of his confessionals, he's like, I don't know, I looked at Lauren, it didn't look like me, like she could do it to me. It's like, you couldn't do it either. So what does her looks have to do with anything? Like what? Like, it just, I hope he catches some heat for that, because that was just like the wrong comment. Like, I support all my women doing all they good, beautiful things. Like, go ahead, do your thing. I ain't gonna knock you. I ain't gonna hold it against you for being a woman. Go ahead and do it. And Lauren's actually telling him, like, no, I used to play softball, baseball, I can't remember which one she said, but she was like, I was center field for like 25 years. She's like, I can hit a catcher in the forehead, and I believe her. She got some arms on her, And you know, she doesn't look like she's not athletic. Like she never played a sport or never done. Like it wasn't like he was throwing from far. Like you just had to throw some beanbags and knock off the thing. And it's like even if she couldn't do it, somebody else could do it, and that's the point. You didn't allow anybody else to try to do it. So they go to tribal council, and then stuff starts coming out about who they want to see go and somebody's gonna be blindsided. And Lauren's like, man, we just need to get better for the team. Like he is selfish and he doesn't want to be the team. He wants to be Patrick, and we're playing team right now. We're not playing Patrick. And it ends up Patrick gets sent home, and he's pissed. He thinks everybody lied to him. He said, "I hope y'all." He said something like, "I hope y'all lose the rest of the game or do something. I hope y'all do terrible." Something crazy, something real bitter and just hurt. And he gets to the last part of their exit little interview, and he's like, "It's too soon for me to go." I'm like, "What you finna do? Camp out on the beach? You finna play your own Survivor?" I'm like, you so childish. You probably would try to go play Survivor by yourself. But that's about it. Wrap it up today. It ain't, like I said, past episode's been a little boring. Nothing too much coming on. But I'm looking forward to the next episode because they are going to switch up the tribes. Just you go here, you go there, you go everywhere. So I can't wait for that. And as you see, I'm flying my W. Don't forget to fly y'all W's. If you don't know what it means to fly the W, go look it up. Go Cubs, go. And don't forget to go ahead and like, comment, share, and subscribe. I enjoy all of you. Thank you for watching. Go ahead and let me know, who do y'all like? What tribes do y'all like? What players do y'all like? Who do you think is going to get voted out next? Or who do you think is going to win it all? I want to hear y'all comments, and I want to talk back to y'all. So y'all just let me know, and we'll keep in contact. Don't forget, keep on finessing.
Can I be honest?